February 22, 2026, Pacific Palisades, California. Jacob Bridgeman stood over a 3.5-foot putt on the 72nd hole of the Genesis Invitational. 7 hours earlier, he had led by 6. Now that lead had evaporated to 1. Rory McIlroy was watching from the fairway. Tiger Woods was watching from the hill, and 115,000 fans were holding their breath. When the putt dropped, Bridgeman had his first PGA Tour victory. But what happened before that moment? The Pebble Beach controversy, the ICING accusations, the whispers about fair play has exploded into golf's biggest scandal. And Rory McIlroy's post-round comments have fans asking a single question: did Bridgeman cheat his way to the top? Subscribe for the full story of the Genesis Invitational cheating scandal that has the golf world divided. To understand what happened at Riviera, you have to go back 7 days. February 15, 2026, Pebble Beach, the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Jacob Bridgeman was 2 shots back of the lead, going for an eagle on Pebble's famous ocean-lined 18th fairway. He went for it. Of course he did. He had to. But it went wide left to the beach. What happened next sparked the first wave of controversy. Bridgeman took more than 20 minutes analyzing his options from the rocky sand, while leader Collin Morikawa was standing in the fairway, waiting, iced, frustrated. Bridgeman's next shot went off a rock and bounced back toward the ocean. More mess, more delays, more waiting for Morikawa. I'm looking back there, looking at him pacing around, knowing that they're just frustrated. Last thing I want to do is ice Collin and get him to mess up, so I'm glad it ended the way it did. The way it ended, Morikawa finally hit, birdied, and won the tournament. Bridgeman made a miracle bogey, but the damage was done. On social media, fans accused Bridgeman of gamesmanship, of deliberately slowing play, of icing the eventual champion. He knew exactly what he was doing. That's not a rookie mistake, that's strategy. Another countered, what was he supposed to do? Rush a shot from the beach? People need to chill. The controversy faded until the next Sunday, when Bridgeman found himself paired with Rory McIlroy, leading another signature event, when history looked ready to repeat itself. The golf world was watching, and what they saw raised even more questions. February 22, 2026, Riviera Country Club, final round. Jacob Bridgeman started the day with a 6-shot lead over Rory McIlroy. After 3 holes, he extended it to 7. The tournament seemed over. The rookie was cruising to his first PGA Tour victory at one of golf's most prestigious events. Then, something shifted. Bridgeman played the front 9 in even par, birdies at 1 and 3, bogeys at 4 and 7. Still, the lead held. But on the back 9, the wheels started to wobble. McIlroy, despite his own putting struggles, began applying pressure. He birdied 11 and 12, the latter coming from a stunning bunker hole-out that electrified the gallery. Meanwhile, Kurt Kitayama was charging from behind, birdieing 4 holes on the back 9. Bridgeman made bogey at the par 3 16th after finding the bunker, then par at the gettable par 5 17th. The lead that had been 7 strokes just hours earlier was now 1. I thought it was going to be a lot easier than that, Bridgeman admitted afterward. It was honestly easy until I got to about 16, and then it got really hard. McIlroy, watching from the fairway, saw the struggle firsthand, and he saw something else too, a young player on the verge of collapse, fighting every instinct that told him to rush. The putt on the last isn't easy, McIlroy would later say. Leaves it a little bit short, and the crowd reacts, and you've got to take your time a little bit. That final putt, 3.5 feet, would determine everything. But before Bridgeman could take it, another controversy erupted. Here's what the cameras captured. McIlroy, standing on the 18th green, having just holed a 30-foot birdie putt that sent the crowd into a frenzy, thousands of fans roaring, waving, creating chaos. Bridgman standing over his 19-foot birdie putt, backing off, waiting, letting the noise settle. The putt came up short, 3.5 feet left, for par. Now the accusations began. On social media, fans immediately connected the dots back to Pebble Beach. "He's doing it again," one wrote, deliberately slowing down to ice himself. To ice McIlroy? This is becoming a pattern. Others defended him. "He's a rookie in the biggest moment of his life. Let him breathe." The phrase "iced Morikawa" trended, then "iced McIlroy." The narrative was forming. Jacob Bridgman, the 26-year-old from Clemson, had a habit of manipulating pace of play to his advantage. But here's what the cameras didn't capture: McIlroy's reaction. Standing on the 12th fairway earlier in the round, the two playing partners were spotted chatting casually, walking side by side. Christopher Powers, a golf journalist, tweeted, "Rory and Jacob Bridgman chatting it up as they walk down the 12th fairway, not applying the Bryson method today." The contrast was stark. At the 2025 Masters, Bryson DeChambeau revealed that McIlroy didn't speak to him once during the final round. "He was just being focused, I guess," DeChambeau said. McIlroy explained that as the pressure of chasing a green jacket. But at Riviera, with a signature event on the line, he was chatting comfortably with his playing partner. Why the difference? Some fans saw a darker explanation. McIlroy wasn't threatened by Bridgman. He didn't view him as a rival, so he didn't need to ice him out. But others saw something else, proof that Bridgman's slow play wasn't gamesmanship. It was just a rookie learning to handle pressure. The debate raged, but the most damning evidence was still to come. Let's go back to Pebble Beach. That 20-minute delay. Morikawa's caddy, speaking anonymously after the tournament, described the scene. "We're standing in the fairway. Wind is whipping. Collin is trying to stay loose, trying to stay focused, and we're just waiting and waiting and waiting." Morikawa never complained publicly. He won the tournament after all. But the incident planted a seed, a narrative about Bridgman's pace of play. Fast forward to Riviera, Saturday, Bridgman's third round. He gained 6.01 strokes on approach, the best ball-striking round at Riviera since ShotLink data began in 2004. It was a historic performance, but it took time. Every shot was calculated. Every read was deliberate. Some players noticed. "I think if it was my first time with McIlroy, maybe it would be a little unsettling, but now I'm not worried about it," Bridgman said before the final round. That confidence, some called it arrogance, a rookie saying he wasn't worried about playing with the 5-time major champion? The comment raised eyebrows. But McIlroy himself dismissed any tension. After the tournament, he praised Bridgman's composure. "I thought he handled everything really well," McIlroy said. "He holed a clutch comeback putt on 13 for par. He played smart on 16 when he missed it in the bunker. I give him all the props. He did what he needed to do." No accusations, no complaints, just respect. So where did the cheating scandal narrative come from? Here's the truth that the headlines won't tell you. There is no evidence Jacob Bridgman cheated. Not a single rule was broken, not a single official was consulted, not a single player, not Morikawa, not McIlroy, accused him of anything. What actually happened was this: a 26-year-old rookie, playing at his first signature event, paired with the biggest star in golf, trying to close out his first PGA Tour victory at one of the most prestigious venues in the world, got nervous. He played slow. He took extra time. He backed off putts when crowds roared. That's not cheating. That's being human. McIlroy understood this better than anyone. After the round, he reflected on the difficulty of closing out tournaments. It's hard to close out big tournaments. Even though he was a little shaky coming down the stretch, he held it together when he needed to. Bridgman himself admitted the nerves. "From hole 16 onwards, I could hardly feel my hands. The fact that Tiger was waiting there didn't make it any easier." Tiger Woods, standing on the hill, watching a rookie try to win his tournament. That's not a scandal. That's the stuff of dreams. The cheating narrative came from social media, from fans looking for drama, from a golf world hungry for controversy. It came from connecting dots that weren't meant to be connected. Pebble Beach to Riviera, slow play to deliberate gamesmanship. But the people who were actually there, the players, the caddies, the officials, saw something different. They saw a young man, overwhelmed by the moment, fighting through nerves to achieve something remarkable. And when it was over, when the final putt dropped, Bridgman shook hands with McIlroy. He hugged his caddy. He walked to Tiger Woods and accepted congratulations. No controversy, just golf. After the round, a reporter asked McIlroy a question that captured the week's strange irony. Was it cruel that you finally made a putt, a 30-foot birdie on the 72nd hole, while your putter had abandoned you all day? McIlroy laughed. No, not really. It probably earned me an extra 400, 500 grand, so it's fine. That putt was worth exactly $600,000. It moved McIlroy from a tie for third into solo second, bumping his paycheck from $1.2 million to $1.8 million. The joke revealed something important about McIlroy. He's not angry. He's not accusing anyone of cheating. He's moving on. For Bridgman, the future is bright. In 5 events this season, he's earned $5.2 million. He's now ranked 20th in the world. He's the MVP of the West Coast swing. And he did it all while the internet accused him of cheating. The Genesis Invitational will be remembered for Bridgman's breakthrough, for McIlroy's putting woes, for Tiger Woods watching from the hill. It will not be remembered for a scandal, because there was none. Just a rookie shaking off the nerves, chasing his dream. And when the putt finally dropped, when Tiger shook his hand, when the trophy was his, none of the noise mattered. For more coverage of the biggest stories in golf, subscribe and hit the notification bell.